Join me as I challenge myself to start my day by choosing faith over fear and trusting God completely. Can I really do it? As we begin our week, I want to remind myself and you that faith and fear can't coexist. When we're consumed by fear, it's hard to make room for faith. But what if I told you that there's a way to overcome fear and trust God completely? It's not always easy, but it's definitely possible. By choosing faith over fear, we can experience a sense of peace and calm that we can't find anywhere else. One of the biggest fears that holds us back is the fear of failure. We're often afraid to take risks or try new things because we're worried we'll fail. But what if failure is not the end, but rather a stepping stone to success? Another fear that grips us is the fear of rejection. We're afraid of what others might think of us, or that we'll be rejected by those we care about. And then there's the fear of uncertainty about the future. We worry about what's to come and whether we'll be able to handle it. These fears can be overwhelming, but the truth is that we don't have to face them alone. We have a God who cares about us and wants to help us overcome our fears. When we choose to trust Him, we can experience a sense of freedom and peace that we never thought possible. We'll be able to face our fears head on, knowing that He's got our back. So how can we practically apply faith in our daily lives? For me, it starts with reading scripture and reminding myself of God's promises. When I focus on His word, I'm reminded of His power and love, and my fears start to fade away. I also try to surround myself with people who encourage and support me, and remind me of God's goodness. One of my favorite scriptures is 2 Timothy 1:7, which says, "For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." This verse reminds me that fear is not from God, but rather it's a tool of the enemy to hold us back. When I focus on God's power, love, and peace, I'm able to overcome my fears and trust Him completely. I remember a time when I was facing a huge challenge, and I was consumed by fear and doubt. But then I remembered a powerful testimony from a friend who had overcome a similar struggle. She told me that she had chosen to trust God even when things seemed impossible, and that He had come through for her in amazing ways. Her story encouraged me to trust God too, and I saw Him do some incredible things in my life. As I look back on that experience, I'm reminded that faith is not the absence of fear, but rather the willingness to trust God despite our fears. When we choose to trust Him, we can experience a dramatic shift from fear to faith, and our lives are forever changed. We'll be able to face our challenges with confidence, knowing that God is with us and for us. In conclusion, I want to leave you with a simple but powerful reminder: faith can conquer fear. When we choose to trust God, we can overcome even the biggest fears that hold us back. So, I encourage you to join me in making a conscious effort to choose faith over fear this week. Let's trust God completely and see what He does in our lives. If you've been encouraged by this message, I want to hear from you. Please comment below with your own experiences with faith and fear. And don't forget to watch my next video for more uplifting content.